Hey,
There will be a homecoming dance this evening at 7:30.
Back to return the kick, number 30, Matthew Pastor. And number 1, Philip Theodopoulos. Doing the kicking, as always, number 6 for Hastings, the senior captain, Joe Flaherty.
Set to kick for Hastings. Number 6.
Well, here we go, Matt. A nice crowd on homecoming day. Not the prettiest of days, but a nice crowd. And we are underway. Long kick by Flaherty from his own 10. Running up the field, has some room. He's going to be brought down at the 34, where Irvington will start.
A nice start for Hastings. They stopped them around the 30-yard line, and that's big because now Irvington doesn't have the greatest field possession that they want. Hastings looked for them to put pressure on the quarterback as they are going to try to stop the run up the middle. Irvington is looking to use that. However, Irvington's a very well-balanced team, so Hastings can't get beat on the pass. They're going to have a lot of single man-to-man coverage that we are looking forward to seeing today.
They come out with Quatch and Pomerantz in the backfield. That's Kevin Darrigo, the senior quarterback captain, over center. Pomerantz left side, slips one tackle, and has some room, picking up the first down on a nice carry.
You're absolutely right, Charlie. It looked like from where I was that the defensive line thought that the quarterback was handing the ball off to the running back. Instead, he handed it off to the fullback, and he broke it upfield for a first down.
Ball marked at the 45. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Darrigo. Lots of time, and he's got some room to run. Darrigo running. Picked up the first down on a 15-yard carry.
Well, that play was a pass, but no one was open. Nice job by the Jackets to keep all of their men and stop the pass. But then he's going to run to the outside, got a good block from the wide receiver, and that allowed him to pick up some good yardage.
2 plays, 26 yards for Irvington. They're at the 41 of Hastings. First down and 10. Pomerantz gets the call, and he's going to be tripped up at the line. Nice job by Nicky Silvestri.
Yeah, very nice job. Hastings there brought the blitz, and they trying right here to neutralize the big men of Irvington. By bringing the blitz there, they clogged up the holes, and the Irvington big men couldn't create a hole for the fullback to run through, and that's why we just saw Jane on the play.
Number 2, Christopher for Irvington. He's probably the fastest kid on the field.
Absolutely right. We saw him in practice. That kid can fly. Watch him very closely.
Different formation for Irvington. Second down and 8.
Hi, how are you? Good.
Hard count. This will be Joupierre running left, weaving his way through tacklers, and he's brought down after 3.
Nice job by Hastings there, as Hastings was able to stop them. They were held up on the left side, blocking. Nice job and stop them, as now
a 3rd down and 5, definitely 4-down territory for the Bulldogs. Ball's at the 36. Darrigo takes it himself, and he's going to be close to the first down. It looked to me like he lunged forward enough and got it.
Nice play by the quarterback there for Irvington, and it is a first down as they move the chains. But he was and caught Hastings by surprise and used his good speed to get side. Some very nice blocks by the tackles for Irvington, allowing the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Ball's at the 31. Darry go to pass. Plenty of time. Pass is incomplete. He was looking for the tight end on the drag pattern, but it'll be 2nd and 10.
Another nice job by Hastings secondary. They're getting back and they're stopping the pass. They're covering the wide receiver and split ends very nicely, and by doing that, they're forcing the incomplete pass. However, they really do have to get better pressure on the quarterback. You talk about Irvington's big men. Maybe they want to try and bring the blitz here on 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 31. Darry goes going to pay. No, it's a draw to Pomerantz and a huge hole. Pomerantz down the middle of the field. 5, end zone, touchdown, Dave Pomerantz. And the Irvington Bulldogs strike first. It's a 31-yard run. Great call by head coach Pat Costable, and it's a 6-0 lead for the Bulldogs.
Well, that caught Hastings very much by surprise. Hastings stepped back because of the pass. The linebackers who were blitzing had already committed themselves a huge hole up the middle, and Irvington showing a little bit of their speed now as they just bursted it up the gut. He slipped a tackle, or it even wasn't a tackle, because there wasn't enough hitting on that play.
Snap is good, and the kick sails through. So Irvington takes a 7-0 lead to start off homecoming.
With about 8:53 left in the first quarter.
Well, as we saw last week, though, Matt, whoever scores first certainly doesn't win.
Absolutely. Hastings first last week and ended up losing as Dobbs Ferry showed a lot of heart and came back and won that football game.
Not the best start they could have had, though. I'm sure it's not the start they wanted. I remember years ago, you couldn't have started off the game better. Hastings was to receive the kickoff, and Tom Bragg took it 80 yards for the touchdown. The place went nuts.
Well, Hastings, we know one thing. They have to respond here. They can't get themselves caught up into punting the football and then falling behind even more, because Irvington has such a potent offense and such a big offensive line. It'll be very tough for Hastings.
Well, Matt, Hastings doesn't play very well from behind.
Back deep for Hastings, number 6, Joe Flaherty.
They lost to Pleasantville 48-14. Then they lost to Westlake 24-0 in games they were never really in. Big kick. Logan retreats all the way to his 4 where he'll start. Logan has some room, and he brings it up to the 26.
Very nice return by Jack Logan. The long kick from Irvington, what that does is it forces maybe 10 yards less that Jack Logan has. And that 10 yards means the 26-yard line and the 36-yard line for Hastings, which could be key in this football game.
Hastings takes over. First down on their own 26.
It'll be first down and 10 as the Jackets get their first offensive touches of the ball game. In the backfield, they've got Jack Logan and Mike DeVasto. DeVasto had an awesome game last week against the Eagles. This is Logan running left. He's going to be wrapped up by a couple Irvington players. No gain on the play. In fact, he lost a couple yards.
Yeah, right there, Irvington put a lot of men in the box. And besides that, their defensive line is so big, they still had, I think on that play, 4 linebackers, which is not good for Hastings. If Hastings wanted to counter that, they're going to have to throw the football and spread out Irvington in order to have success in their running game here today. Jackets offense. Looked like Sam Hodel in the center just ran out to the football knowing that the play clock was winding down, but it seemed that the rest of his team didn't really care.
Yeah, well, that's a smart play by head coach Vaccaro. The team was a little confused. It's all right to burn a timeout early. But I like the way Hastings came out. They tried one run play, it didn't work, so immediately they went to the air. That's something they haven't done in the past. You know, in the past, they'll try to grind the ball, continue to run it until maybe a third down and long, and then throw. But this time, head coach Joe Vaccaro on second down called for the pass play, and it worked. I guess it caught Irvington off guard.
Absolutely. Irvington had so many of their players up on the line of scrimmage. Hastings just going to surprise them, force Irvington back more, and that's going to help them on the running game today. If they have passes like they'll be successful.
It'll be 3rd down and 5. Siv Wright split out to the near side. Considine looking long. He hits Nicky Salustri in the flat. Salustri's got a first down.
Completed pass to number 30.
And a pickup of 15.
Salustri.
Nice job by Salustri to catch that football, but Considine rolling out. Jack Logan had a nice block, allowing Considine to have the time that he needed to complete that pass. Without that block by Logan, that pass never gets thrown. A good job by Hastings. They're doing a great job so far on blocking Irvington and all of their rushers.
Well, a late hit call as Salustri was knocked out of bounds and then hit afterwards. That's 15 yards. It costs the Bulldogs of real estate. So the Jackets now in business down to the Irvington 35.
Hastings.
But one thing the Jacket offensive line has done outstandingly all year is protect Blake Considine. He is yet to be sacked. So if they can get him time today to throw the football, it's going to be interesting to see how well he does. Jackets shift, 1st and 10. This is DeVasto off tackle, bullying his way forward for a couple.
Right there, Hastings shifting, used Joey Flaherty, put a tight end slot. Got an extra blocker to block Irvington, allowing DeVasto to get a couple more yards.
The Jackets, you're going to see a lot of shifting today. They're taking a page out of the Giants playbook from last year. They get shifts to try to confuse the defense of Irvington. 2nd down and 7. Ball down to the Irvington 31. This is DeVasto again with a big hole, and he's close to the 1st down.
That's a nice job again by the offensive line for Hastings as they got a lot of push.
3rd down.
Despite having the 4-4 defense from Irvington, they're still able to run that football very nicely. A good job by Hastings as they look really strong on this opening drive.
Yep. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Now, Matt, this would be 4-down territory. 3rd and 1 from the 26. They shift again. Blast to the right side. DeVasto is going to power his way forward for the 1st down. Pickup of 5 for the sophomore.
DeVasto had a great game last week. Today he's starting off on the right foot once again. But by shifting, Hastings, they keep Irvington's defense very neutralized and they keep them even. And then when they shift, Irvington doesn't have the time to react as well, allowing Hastings to have the edge in the running game. Coach Vaccaro doing a good job here with all the shifting.
It'll be 1st down and 10. Ball at the 20. They shift again. This time Logan gets the call. Nowhere to run. Joey Trauma just stepped up and made that play.
Absolutely, Charlie.
Logan.
Hastings having a lot of success with Mike DeVasto. However, Logan has 2 carries for -4 yards. That is not so good they're stopping Logan. Logan, an easier person to tackle than Mike DeVasto, which is probably why DeVasto's having a better game.
It'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 21. Considine to pass. Pass is deflected and intercepted by the Bulldogs. So a turnover deep in Irvington territory costs Hastings a deflected ball.
Wow, that really hurts. Hastings was having such a great drive. They're moving the football down. Mike DeVasto was running it with so much success. And then Blake Considine didn't throw the ball high enough, and be intercepted. Considine has to throw that ball higher in the air if he wants to complete that pass.
Irvington will start off at their own 20. But you know what, Matt? That's not bad. Hastings had a nice drive, established the running game, showed they can pass the ball too, and Irvington starts off deep in their own territory. They have 80 yards to go. Pomerantz off to the left side, being dragged down by Matt Manchester.
No, it's real big for Hastings here to get a defensive stop, because then the punt would only go maybe to, say, the 40-yard line in jacket territory, which would really help, because then it's a short field for Hastings. They need a big defensive stop here to force Irvington to punt.
2nd and 6. Irvington from their own 25. Darrigo on a keeper and a huge pickup, but there's a flag on the play. That's too much for a quarterback sneak. He got 5 yards.
Well, that just shows how big Irvington is. That front line just moved and manhandled the Hastings defensive line. If they can do that, I see no reason why not to do a quarterback sneak every single time. But it looks like it's going to be against Irvington, which is going to move them back. Last week we saw Hastings heavily penalized, but this game they look much more disciplined, as Irvington is the one who looks.
Irvington, 5 yards.
I'm not sure what the call was. I'm not completely up to date on high school officials, but he moved both hands forward. What is that? It'll be 2nd down and 10 from their own 20. Darrigo to pass. And now he tucks the ball down. And he gets upended by Jack Logan at the 26.
Well, you know, if you're not going to block Jack Logan, he's going to do that to you. Another great job by the Hastings secondary, as they're not letting anyone be open and forcing the quarterback to have to run the ball. And Jack Logan broke through his man and made the tackle. A very nice job by Jack.
3rd down and short for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at the 29. They need to get to the 32. Pomerantz, left side, has the 1st down. He's brought down after a pickup of 6.
Hastings looked caught off guard there. I think they thought that the ball was going to be handed off to the halfback. Instead, it was to the fullback. And once again, we're seeing time and after time of the Irvington's offensive line just moving Hastings back. They're getting a lot of leverage and push, which is allowing them to have big plays.
Ball up to the Bulldog 36, 1st down and 10. This will be Jupier to the left side. The speedy Jupier picks up 4.
More flags are flying.
Flag on the play.
Jupier did a little juke, allowed himself, once he got out to the outside, to fake his man, as it's holding against Irvington. And that will bring them back. And Irvington coming out very undisciplined in this first half.
Well, a lot of offensive penalties will always kill a drive. This is going to knock them way back to the 25.
Repeat the down. First and 20 to go.
That was a 10-yard penalty, so it'll be first down and 20.
Ball on the Irvington.
Yeah, well, holding's a spot foul, so 10 yards from where the foul occurred. This is Quatch. Pickup of 5.
In on that stop, number 64, Chris Urban.
Chris Urban makes the stop. That's a good job. You have to get through Irvington's big offensive line. Urban is playing linebacker today. We've seen him play a lot more line and offensive and defensive line. But today it's shocking. He's actually playing a linebacker position.
I think Urban usually plays a weak side linebacker. He's just a lineman on offense. Second down and long. This is Jupier on the pitch to the right. Jack Logan steps up, and Joe Flaherty helps him out, making the tackle. Short pickup for Jupier.
A good job by Hastings. When they don't have to deal with the big Irvington offensive line, they can get out to the outside. No one was there for blocking for Irvington, and when no one's going to block, you're always going to be tackled. If Irvington wants to get yards on that play, they have to get someone out there to block. Whether it be pulling a guard or having a split end make a block, they have to do something if they want to get yards.
It'll be third down and a long 15. This is where the Jackets will be. They had trouble. We'll see how their secondary. The first quarter comes to a close. 7-0 Bulldogs leading. Just to go through the statistics, Matt. For Irvington, Jupier has 2 carries for 6 yards. Mike Pomerantz had the big. He's got 5 carries for 54 yards and the touchdown. And Kevin Dorigo. Hastings also moved the ball, but the number's not as impressive. DeVasto has 3 carries for 14 yards, and Logan has 2 carries for -4 yards. But Blake Considine's been pretty solid. Besides that deflected interception, he's 2 of 3 for 23 yards.
Well, Hastings so far has allowed no one to be open on Irvington's pass attempts. Hopefully that will repeat itself on this play, as if they stop Irvington here, force punt, and they'll get back. That is huge in this game, as that would also give Hastings pretty good field position, but we'll see what happens.
Well, Matt, third down and long. It's 3rd and 14. Is at the Bulldog 31.
Ed Smith will be in goal near the flagpole. You'll have your chance to try to score against senior soccer goalie.
Oh, here we go. Darigo over center, looking to pass. Fires left, intercepted. Tim Bragg running right, slips one man and still on his feet. Bragg's gonna go all the way down to the 10-yard line. A phenomenal job by Timmy Bragg stepping up and making the interception, and the Jackets are in business.
Well, that all starts with Hastings putting pressure on the quarterback. They put pressure on him. Quarterback didn't want to take a sack, so he threw the ball. Timmy Bragg was very patient on that play. He waited, and then made his move, got the ball, broke a tackle, but couldn't go all the way. And Charlie, what do you think? You think that's good field position now for Hastings?
Not bad. I think this would be classified of the Bulldogs. First by Mike Pomerantz.
Well, you know, right here, I don't think it would be a bad idea maybe to throw the tight end Joey Flaherty. As they stop the run very well. They have a big defensive line. They put 4 linebackers, having 8. So if you throw the pass here, even though it's a short field, there still wouldn't be many people to cover, and you'd get the one-on-one.
Second and goal from the... Considine on the keeper. He's going to be up in the backfield for a big...
Well, Considine had one man to beat and could not do that. There was no one, again, to block. It was a fake to the fullback.
Flaherty one-on-one coverage. Throws up the fade to Flaherty, intercepted. Get the ball much higher up in the air. It was an easy pick for the DB.
Yeah, right there, that kills Hastings. Hastings, with a very short field, couldn't do anything with it.
From their own.
That was Julian Liu on the interception for the Bulldogs. So the Jackets trade interceptions with the Bulldogs, and it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 6.
However, if you look on the bright side, Irvington doesn't have much room to work with in their backfield here, which is going to force them to use the run. Hastings, watch for them here to bring the blitz, a heavy dosage of Matt Manchester up the middle, I think, would help them.
Running left, he'll be dropped close to the line.
That was Matt Manchester making the stop. Again, Hastings knows Irvington's going to try and run the football, because if they get sacked, that's going to be a safety. That's how far back they are. And Chris Urban also helped Manchester on the tackle. Urban having a pretty good defensive game so far today. He's a senior, as we saw the senior ceremony before the game.
Spread formation, 9:30 to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Counterplay. Quatch with a big pickup.
Well, because Hastings is so concentrated on the run, if there's a hole, it's going to cost them. A very fast running back from Irvington just bursted through the hole and got the 1st down.
Fans and alums, you want to make sure you have your Hastings football apparel.
Ball up to the Bulldog 18, 1st and 10. Jackets trailing 7-0 here at homecoming. Timeout called.
Timeout. Irvington.
Bulldogs burn a timeout.
Again, this would be a good time to get your Hastings.
Irvington today having a lot of success on the ground.
1st and 10 club.
Yep, they've been able to move the football mat, but Hastings has to capitalize on that interception. You get the ball starting off at the 9-yard line with the chance to tie the game up. You have to go into the end zone.
Also,
Hastings didn't do that, and it's going to cost them. I mean, Irvington's a very good football team. They're big up front. They have a 4-1 record, with their only loss being to the Briarcliff Bears, who are ranked #1 in the Class C D poll. And Irvington put up a fight in that game. But they're a good team. Anytime you get an opportunity like the Jackets just had, you have to capitalize on it. If you don't, you're not going to come away victorious.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Charlie. A certain amount of opportunities a game, and Hastings just blew one of theirs.
So first down and 10, ball at the 18. This is Joupier with a nice hole, and the speedy Joupier gets to the outside, running down the sideline, knocked out of bounds by Joey Flaherty. But a pickup of 28 by Joupier.
Well, right there, Irvington, they spread the field. They lined up the split end all the way to the right, forcing Hastings to have one of their safeties over there and a cornerback on him, allowing more room for Joupier to run. And we just saw him. He broke one tackle, and it looked like he was almost gone. He is so fast, and we just saw why.
First and 10, ball at the 48. This is Quatch to the left side. Big pickup, and Sibright brings him down after 8.
On that play, Hastings, they brought the blitz from up the middle, allowing more space on the outside. When they allow more space on the outside, Irvington's offensive line can just laugh as they created a big hole, allowing the 6-yard pickup.
Ball 45-yard line.
Second and 4 from the Jacket 45. Option, Dorigo takes it himself and has the first down.
Stop made by number 13.
Nice pickup there by Kevin Dorigo.
Absolutely. Irvington having a very impressive drive. Remember, they started off on their own 6-yard line.
Ball on the Hastings.
Well, that's what the Bulldogs can do. They can score from anywhere on the field at any time, and they have the ability to put together a big drive. They already have 8 first downs in this ball game. Joupier, he's going to get wrapped up in the backfield this time. For a small guy, he's pretty tough to take down.
Yeah, you're right. Hastings had 4 guys trying to tackle him. But Hastings, again, they're bringing the blitz. They want to put pressure on the quarterback at all times. And by bringing the blitz, they're to run up the middle. Joupier to run up the middle and ran into nothing but the Yellow Jackets. They went right through the offensive line. They found the holes. They busted it up, and they stopped him for a loss of a yard.
It'll be second down and 11. Ball at the Jacket 40 with 7:05 remaining here in the first half. Jackets trailing 7-0.
Official timeout.
There's an official timeout as the 20 and 30-yard markers are blown out onto the field.
And the 40. As Mr. Wendell puts them back.
Second and 11, the passing unit in for the Bulldogs. They pitch it left, and this is Joupier. Nicky Salustri, well, he slipped Salustri, but a nice job by Matt Manchester, dropping him, no gain on the play.
Matt Manchester.
A good job once again. Joupier looked like he had room to the outside, but tried to cut it back. Salustri hit him, and by hitting him, he allows his teammates to have more time to come over, like Matt Manchester, and clean it all up. Joupier with nowhere to go. A good, impressive play by Hastings. As this is 3rd and long, if Hastings can stop them here, they will force the punt, and that would be huge to stop Irvington's big drive.
It'll be 3rd down and 12 from the Jacket 41. Dorigo gets by one man. He's got some room. Flaherty comes up and makes a nice tackle, though. Well short of the first down.
Joe Flaherty.
Well, Mike DeVasto first hit the quarterback. He stalled him, and the quarterback then forced to scramble. Another good job by the secondary of Hastings. As no one was open, Joey Flaherty steps up, makes the big play. He's a big playmaker for Hastings, as it'll be 4th down.
Looks like they're going for it, Matt. This will be one of the big plays of the first half. Hastings needs a stop. Otherwise, Irvington will have great field position. With 5:15 to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation. Dorigo, plenty of time, decides to run with it, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down, and the Jackets take the ball over on down.
Well, that's huge for Hastings. Hastings needed the football back. They need to gain some momentum here.
Well, I don't think that was a very wise choice by Dorigo to run, but I think he had made up his mind before the play started that he was going to run, Matt.
Yeah, it absolutely looked that way. He got the football, took a few steps to his right, and then started to sprint. Then again, I think he looked for a couple seconds while he jogged a little bit, see is anyone open. No one was. Hastings doing a good job on the secondary, so he figured I'll take it myself, and Hastings was waiting to make the stop.
From their own 31, Jackets start off 1st and 10, Considine to pass, and that one almost intercepted by Dorigo.
Intended for number 13.
Nicely broken up, though.
Logan was open, but the Irvington secondary read it perfectly. The safety came over, helped out, almost got the interception, but more importantly, he football. Jack Logan, with his speed, can break it to the outside and score from there.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 31. Considine now 2 of 5 passing with 2 interceptions for 23 yards. They shift out of the wing T formation into trips right. Considine has Logan wide open. Logan makes the catch, but he can't slip the tackle. Otherwise, he could have been gone. But it's still a pickup of 7 on the play.
Jack Logan was wide open because once they went and they motioned everyone over, Irvington could not get someone out there quick enough. There were 3 Hastings players over there.
Ball on the 40.
Nice job by Hastings and Coach Joe Vaccaro. That play was designed so that Logan would be open like that. If he breaks one tackle, he has the sidelines to run down.
It'll be 3rd down and 3 at the Jacket 40. They shift again. Irvington adjusts. DeVasto has the blast. He's going to be short of the first down, Matt. Well, they give him a generous spot. It'll be very close. And they give him the first down.
Well, DeVasto, when he got hit, just leaped forward and put the ball out, trying to get the first down, and that seemed to pay off. Nice job, Mike DeVasto, having a very nice game here today for Hastings. He's powering the football up the middle and really neutralizing Irvington.
He's got 5 carries for 17 yards. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Hastings at their own 43-yard line. 3:54 remaining here in the first half. Jackets trail 7-0, but they'd love to get a score in right before halftime. DeVasto again, big hole, and he picks up 5. Nice, strong run by Mike DeVasto.
Mike DeVasto, when he gets a hole, he can just carry people on his back. We just saw it there. They were tugging on his jersey, but that did not work. Hastings, the offensive line, doing a good job of creating the space that Mike needs to run through as he is carrying the ground game for Hastings, because Irvington has really stopped Jack Logan today.
Jack has 2 carries for -4 yards. 2nd and 5. Ball at the 48. Midline option play. Considine has some room, but he's brought down. Pickup of a yard. It will be 3rd down and 4.
And that play, where was Hastings blocking? No one blocked for Considine or the fullback. And Irvington just manhandles Considine. As it'll be a big 3rd down here. You want to get a couple of yards at least, so maybe it'll be a 4th and inches, and then Hastings can go for it as time is winding down here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, remember, Matt, Hastings gets the ball back to start off the second half. So if they could finish this drive with a touchdown, it would be great because they get the ball right back. 3rd down and 4. Flex formation for Hastings.
I got it.
Considine under some pressure, and he's got gets clocked out of bounds. No flag on the play. Big hit. Loss on the play of 4.
By number 9, Blake Considine.
On that play, Irvington read the play and they never gave Considine a chance. He could never plant his feet to throw the football. He was rolling to his left.
4th down.
And no one was really open. Good job by Irvington secondary, as now Joey Flaherty will be forced to punt the football.
Well, Matt, that's the first time Considine has been sacked all year. Not bad. It came in week 6. And they go with a fake. Considine has some room. He's looking to pass. Now he tucks it under, and he... Well, Coach Vaccaro, it's homecoming, busts out the shenanigans. Unfortunately, it didn't work, and Irvington will take over with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Takes over at the 50.
Now Irvington takes over at the 50 with 2 minutes left. Watch for them to pass the ball more, maybe go into the shotgun once again. As there is not much time, Hastings, what they want to do here is just stop Irvington and maybe go into the lock, get the football back, and get a good drive going.
Just a reminder, the clock on the scoreboard is...
Well, you got to remember, Irvington's a really good football team. They come into this game 4-1. Hastings is playing them tough. You know, they have a potent offense with a lot of good guys that can score from anywhere on the field, and they only have 7 points. 1st down and 10, ball at midfield. Dorigo to pass. Joupierre, pass incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
But Joupierre was open.
He was. The pass was just overthrown at. And that time, Irvington gave the quarterback time to throw the football. And a good job. If you're going to have an incomplete pass, you want the pass to be longer and not shorter, because if it's a short pass, it allows the defense to have a better chance to intercept the football.
Dorigo now 0 for 3 passing on the day. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball at midfield. Pomerantz. No. Nice play by Timmy Bragg, stepping up and knocking him out of bounds.
You're right, Hastings is reading the play very good. They see it's a run, and over. Hastings just shifted over and made the stop. There are more Hastings players than Irvington, so Irvington couldn't block all of Hastings, allowing them to make the tackle.
3rd down, 9 situation. 3rd down, 9 yards to go. Hastings would love a stop here. Minute 50 showing on the unofficial scoreboard. Joupierre on the counter play, slipping and dipping his way forward, close to a 1st down. I think he's got it.
On that play, they faked the fullback to the left, and that forced Hastings over, as Jack Logan comes up a little shaky after the play. And when Hastings moved over towards the left, then it gave a big hole for Joupierre to run through, and he did just that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Irvington calls a timeout with a minute 42 showing on the clock.
Going on at club tables.
Right here, I think a good showing for homecoming. As you see, a lot of people lined up on the track at all the festivities going on right now.
Yeah, well, Matt, usually you have a ton of people for homecoming. It's a cloudy, overcast, chilly day. Perfect day to play football, but not a perfect day to watch a football game from the stands. But despite that, a very nice turnout. A lot of tried and true Yellow Jacket fans showing up for the game.
This might be a good time to get that hot dog for a cold soda for this week's special.
Well, Hastings has had trouble stopping Irvington all day.
Stop at the SU table.
You're right, Irvington has a ton of first downs, and they're able to push the football. What Irvington has been lacking is to push the ball all the way down deep into Jacket territory for the score.
From your 1st and 10 club.
Well, it happened once, but that was the only score of the game. So 1st down and 10 from the 40. They have to go 40 yards in 1:42 seconds. Dorigo has the on the keeper, wrapped up.
CD player, because they check to make sure the right CD is in.
We'll give him a yard pickup. Dorigo has 7 carries for 46 yards.
And that just, you can't have any yards without a good offensive line. Irvington has one of the best offensive lines in their division, and it is showing today.
It'll be 2nd down and 9. Ball marked on the 40, and the clock is running. He didn't get out of bounds. Just under a minute showing on the clock. First half. Pomerantz gets it. A miss. Ball came loose. They're going to rule him down. Nice tackle by Nicky Salustri.
Tim Brigg came out with the football, but it was too late. And now it's a timeout by Irvington as they stop the clock with 40 seconds left in the half. Hastings, they need a big stop here. It'll be 3rd down and 9. If they get the big stop, they maybe can get the ball back and then knee it and go into the locker room down by 7. They don't want to give up a big play that will allow Irvington to take a bigger lead. As Coach Vaquero is now talking strategy to the defense.
Irvington looked a little bit lackadaisical getting back into the huddle and getting down to the line on the last play, Matt. A lot more time came off the clock. They could have. I mean, they lost about 35 seconds. Should have only lost about 10, maybe 15. But it'll be 3rd down and 9. Ball's marked at the Jacket 39.
You're absolutely right. On that last huddle, Irvington looked like they were lollygagging. They were just taking their time, nonchalanting down to the line instead of really hurrying.
Two men spread near side, 2 men spread to the far side. And Dorigo to pass. Nope, they run the draw play to Pomerantz. And Matt Manchester, well, he slips the tackle. Pomerantz still on his feet. And he's close to a 1st down. Nice run by Mike Pomerantz.
Irvington playing very tricky now as the clock is winding down. Chris Urban making the stop. But now they're going to measure as in its official timeout. But Hastings thought it was going to be a pass. You thought it was going to be a pass. I thought it was going to be a pass. But Irvington decided to run the football, and they caught Hastings by surprise.
That's the same play they ran earlier for a 54-yard touchdown. Irvington is just short. Be 4th down and inches. Obviously 4-down territory with 28 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
You're absolutely right. It looks like it's just a finger width that Irvington is short of. Hastings is going to crowd the box.
Formation again. I'd look out for Dorigo on a keeper. We'll see what they do. 4th down and short. Dorigo takes it himself, has the 1st down. And they continue to move the chains. Well, the clock will start when the officials are set. Now it starts. Clock is running. 17 ticks left. 1st down and 10. Ball spiked by Dorigo.
Now with 13 seconds left, Irvington has time for maybe 2 to 3 passes.
Well, remember, it's unofficial, so we're not sure exactly how much time is left. But yeah, they only have time for a couple of plays. Hopefully the Jackets can stymie them from getting into the end zone.
Right here, if the Jackets want to stop the passing game, they have to put pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to bring the blitz if they want to stop it. Look for Matt Manchester to come up. Look for Chris Urban to come from the outside to try and get to the quarterback, as both of those players are big players who can come through and hit the quarterback and hit him hard.
2nd and long. Dorigo to pass. Under some pressure, avoids it. He's going to run. Flag is down as Dorigo still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds finally at the 7. Pickup of 13. But I think there was a holding call in the backfield, which will bring it back. Yep, that's the call, Matt.
Holding against Irvington.
You're absolutely right, Charlie. A big holding call. And Hastings, they brought the blitz again, and they put pressure on Irvington and forced Irvington to run the football. However, on that play, they have to force the quarterback inbounds, because then the clock will continue to run instead of letting him to escape to the outside and get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Ten-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Well, it'll be 2nd down and very long. 2nd down and 26 yards to go as the ball marked all the way back at the 40. Jacket in their prevent defense. The one thing that play did, what happened on that play, a lot of time came off the clock. So this could be the last play of the half as Dorigo back to pass. He's going to run with it. Dorigo's working his way through Hastings tacklers. Brought down inbounds at the 27. A pickup of 18.
That's the end of the first
but that ends the first half. Well, the Jackets still in this. They only trail 7-0, and they'll be getting the ball back to start off the first half. We'll be right back with second half action. I don't know. I'm assuming 1:30. 2 o'clock.
I only ran 2 o'clock because of the PSATs this morning.
Can we wait till Keith gets up there?
Ready for the second half.
Kick is away. From his own 5.
Receiving the ball, number
running
13,
up the middle.
Jack Logan.
Nice pickup up to the 30, where the Jackets will start the second half.
Good front by the Jackets to block.
Takes over.
As the Jackets really do need to put together a good drive and get their offense running. They have to get some big first downs, move the chains, and hopefully they need a touchdown if they want to tie this football game up.
Jackets come into the second half trailing 7-0. Played a strong first half. Just unable to punch the football in. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball from the 30. Jackets shift. That was DeVasto with nowhere to go.
Well, on that play, Irvington brought the outside linebacker on the blitz to stop Mike DeVasto because they learned their lesson in the first. If you don't do that, Mike DeVasto is going to gain yards and move the chains.
No gain.
But he gets no gain. What we didn't see in the first half was Blake Constine throwing the ball with success. He's got to do this here. He's got to carry Hastings on his shoulders if they want to win.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Constantine has some room, breaks the tackle, and Constantine picks up 9. He almost had a lot of room to run.
Good job by Blake Constine. He faked the football and just stood still, and he allowed Irvington to go to everyone but him. He kind of hit himself, ran it to the outside, picks up 9, causing a 3rd down and short yards.
Yep, 3rd down, about a yard to go, Matt. Hastings would love to get a nice long established drive to start off the second half. They come out tight T formation.
Go! Go, let's go! Shut the harassment!
DeVasto gets hit and dropped by Mike Palmerantz.
DeVasto appeared to have nowhere to run on that play. Irvington doing a much better job than last half. Last half, Mike DeVasto was getting a lot of yards. In this half, he has 2 carries for 0 yards.
Well, Hastings sends out the punt team.
Please return to the band area.
On 4th down and short.
Emily Turk.
Number 33, Lou, back to receive the kick. Irvington has a bunch of men up front to guard for that fake punt. They go down and draw the Bulldogs off sides. Well, Matt, that's a play the Jackets practice all year. It's always in the playbook. It's called the punt freeze. And basically, Considine yells down, and the entire line shifts down. Now, if you all shift down at the same time, it's a perfectly legal play. And as you saw, it drew the Bulldogs well off sides. 1st down and 10 from the 45.
Yeah, it really did draw the Bulldogs off sides. A good job by Hastings. Now maybe they can get some yardage and continue these trickery plays.
I got a rubber headed my bottom back in this one. Yeah, that's right.
Considine gets knocked back. That was the midline option. Nothing doing there.
That's the same play we saw Considine run for 9 yards to the outside, but this time Irvington, because Hastings had no one lined up to the outside, was able to just force it up the middle and knock Considine backwards till he fell.
Push back that 3 yards. Come on.
From the 42.
I don't like that spot, Matt. It looked like he was just pushed backwards, as you said, and then fell, which the spot would be about 2 or 3 yards further. But that's all right. It'll be 2nd down and 13 from their own 42. Considine to pass, has a man open in the flat. He decides to run with it. He slips a tackle and picks Blake Considine.
Yeah, he faked the ball to Jack Logan, caught Irvington a little bit off guard. It looked like Matt Sibright was open, but Considine felt because Drew Pierre was on him, it would be too risky to throw the football, so he ran it, got some yards, allowing a 3rd down and short.
Well, 3rd down and 4 situation coming up. Ball at the Irvington 42. Now remember, Matt, this is an important game, but Hastings comes right back next week, and they'll play Irvington in Irvington in round 1 of the sectional playoffs. So if they can, they're staying in this game, next week should be good also. Considine's going to pass under a lot of pressure, avoids it, and gets to the outside. Considine picking up, running down the sideline. 15-yard pick, a phenomenal QB scramble, excuse me, by Considine, and a 1st down.
1st down, Hastings.
Well, on that play, we saw Irvington, their defensive line, push it upfield. Considine just moved up a little bit and had a free space to run through, and he beat the linebackers, getting a huge gain. And now Hastings is in a short field, and hopefully they'll be able to cash in with the touchdown.
Ball at the Bulldog 28. DeVasto gets it. Picks up 4.
Number 36, Mike DeVasto.
Well, right there, Hastings put a man in motion and had a strong formation to the right side, allowing Mike DeVasto to have more blockers and get a couple yards. Because on the last few plays, they didn't have anyone out there when DeVasto ran on that play. And without blockers, DeVasto couldn't.
It'll be 2nd down, 7 yards to go situation. Ball down to the Bulldog 25. Jackets looking to even up the game. They trail 7-0. Logan on the counter, has some, slips a tackle, and he's just tripped up at the 6.
Number 13,
but that's a 20-yard pick for number 13. And Logan gets the Jackets down to the 6-yard line.
First and goal.
Hastings had most of their personnel lined up to the right side. They send Logan in motion. And with Irvington so bunched up on the line, allowing Hastings to just, if they form a seam, to let Logan run for some big yardage.
Jack Logan now 3 carries for 16 yards. First and goal from the 6. DeVasto with the hole, leaps over one man, but he's brought down. Short pickup on the carry. He got down to the...
Very nice job by Mike DeVasto. The offensive line for Hastings created some space. He pounds it through and dives forward to get some yards. On second and goal here, watch for a pitch maybe out to Logan as he could try and go for the left pylon.
Second and goal. 2 yards to pay dirt. DeVasto has the hole, end zone, touchdown the Yellow Jackets. A 2-yard power run by the sophomore Mike DeVasto, and the Jackets are within an extra point of tying this game. It's 7-6.
Nice job, the Jackets sticking with what works. Mike DeVasto, the sophomore, having a terrific game on the offensive side of the football. And so they just are going to continue to pound him the football till Irvington can find a way to stop him.
Well, this will be a big play. Flaherty on to attempt the extra point, looking for the tie. High snap. Consign caught it down, but the kick did not sail through the uprights. Hastings trails 7-6. Well, Matt, last week against Dobbs Ferry, same situation. Dobbs Ferry went into the end zone on their first drive of the third quarter and missed the extra point, trailed 7-6. The Eagles went on to win, so the Jackets can do it too.
Well, that play is big because Hastings had a chance to tie up the football game. A high snap, and Irvington put a lot of pressure on Hastings. It looked as if they might have tipped the ball. But the Jackets now know that they can do it. They know they can score, and they have built up their confidence as they get ready to kick the football off. The Jackets, all they need here is a big defensive stop to get the football back. There is plenty of time left in this game.
Well, Matt, Hastings did exactly what they wanted to do to start off the second half. That one ends up being a 70-yard drive on 9 plays. Flaherty with a short kick to the right side, takes a hop, picked up by Lou. Running right, breaks the tackle, and there's a couple flags on a play. This one's coming back as Lou running down the sideline, being chased by Berger, and Lou is going to go all the way into the end zone. Now there's 2 down on the field, Matt, and I'm hoping one of them isn't against Hastings. Joe Flaherty now down on the field.
Well, you know, I saw one of the flags, I think, was a hit from behind from Irvington, which would bring it back. Hopefully the other penalty won't be against Hastings, as Flaherty is hurt, and that's all Hastings is concerned with, because next week they will play Irvington anyway in the playoffs, and they need Joey Flaherty. He's such a big and dominant player for this team.
Exactly, Matt. Forget about the touchdown. They're concerned with their senior captain, Joe Flaherty. Flaherty actually started to walk off the field and then went down, so hopefully it's not too serious. But Joe's in the heart and soul of this team. He's a team leader, captain, great guy on and off the field.
Today is the last day to sign up for the new Hastings basketball program for grades.
But Hastings is right back in this one, Matt. They're only down by a point. Plenty of time left. 6 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. But I was very impressed with that drive they just had. You know, Considine all year has had some trouble on the scripted quarterback runs, like the quarterback keeper or the midline option. But on that drive, he took off on a scramble and picked up 20 yards. So he did a nice job.
Considine's a very good player when he has to improvise, as we just saw. He's a very smart player, and he uses his head very well. But again, we hope Joey Flaherty is all right, as the trainers and the coaches are out with him.
On that last drive, DeVasto had the brunt of the carries. He was the workhorse with 6 carries for 12 yards, including the touchdown. Jack Logan got the ball on the counter crisscross for 20 yards as Joe was being helped off the field. And Considine had 3 runs for 34 yards on that drive. Well, you hope it's nothing too serious from Joe Flaherty. Hopefully it's just a sprained ankle or turned his ankle over, nothing major. But for now, the Jackets will have to go without him. They send Matt Sivrite into the ball game. Oh, excuse me. Now Blake Considine's into the ball game, playing safety for Flaherty. First down and 10. As you see, the penalties were against Irvington, so they'll start from their own 14. Movement on the line.
Looks like it might be an encroachment on Hastings.
That's the call. Hastings jumped early. But there were 2 fouls. They were holding and clipping, Matt, or blocking the back, what you said. Second and 5. First and 5. Running left is Quatch. He's got the first down.
Nice job by Quatch to pick up the first down. Then again, we are all hoping that Joey Flaherty is all right.
Quatch now 4 carries for 28 yards on the day. It'll be first down and 10 for Irvington. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. Counter play to Jupier. Nowhere to go. Excellent job of Hastings stuffing the line.
Great job. Looked like Matt Manchester making the stop. With Irvington's offensive line being so big, we know Hastings linebackers have got to step up and make those tackles. But they have really stopped Jupier up the middle very well in this football game.
It'll be second down and 10. 4:58 remaining in the third quarter. It looks to me like Irvington jumped that time. Hastings clapping.
Flag on the play.
This game has been filtered out with penalties. Irvington having most of the penalties, and that has helped Hastings out.
Irvington.
Well, you better believe it's helped Hastings out. Irvington just had a penalty for 80 yards on the kickoff return. But that'll knock Irvington back offsides, knocks him back 5 yards. It'll be second down and 15 with 4:45 remaining in the third quarter. Irvington leading the Jackets 7-6 here at homecoming. Dorigo looking long, throws into double coverage, pass is caught by Jupier, slips one man, slips another. Oh no, what a tackle! What a tackle by Jack Logan. Down at the 15.
Stop made by number 13, Jack.
But it's a big gain for the Bulldogs.
First down, Irvington.
Great job by Jack Logan after he caught the ball to get back and to knock him down. A diving effort, and he trips up Jupier. And we just saw how fast Jupier is. We talked about it, and you said a lot of it, Charlie. But Hastings cannot afford to give up the big plays. It has hurt them in previous weeks.
That one goes for 65 yards, Matt. First down and 10 from the Jackets 16. That was into double coverage, too. Quach gets the carry, and he picks up 5.
Quach had a lot of room to run with on that play. And mainly because Hastings now was scared of the pass. They don't want to get beat again like that. So that's going to open up Irvington's running game. We said how diverse Irvington is. They can run the football to just about anyone on their team and throw it with a lot of success.
2nd down and 4. Down to the Jacket 11. Quach gets a carry again. He's tripped up close to a 1st down.
In on the stop, number 88.
Looks like he's just short. It'll be 3rd and short here.
3rd down and 1 yard to go.
It'll be 3rd down and a yard. Hastings needing a big stop. It definitely is 4th down territory. So hopefully they can force Irvington into negative yardage here and get a big turnover on downs because they can't afford to give up any more points.
Well, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for the turnover. 3rd and short. Quach again. He's brought down. I think he picked up the 1st down, though, Matt. Indeed, he did. A 3-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5.
Irvington, a very fortunate team because when they have to go into the running mode, when they're deep in territory, their big offensive line can just push around the defense, allowing them to get the yards they need. Hastings has got to stop the run and put pressure on Irvington.
Jackets need the goal line stand here. 1st down and goal from the 7. Pomerantz gets the carry. He's into the end zone. Nope. He's short. He gets down to the 1 yard line.
Well, Hastings has got to find a way to stop Irvington. They know Irvington's going to run the football, and Irvington's basically showing them that they're going to do it. Hastings has got to stop them and put up a big stand here. And they are going to crowd the line.
Well, it'll be 2nd down and goal from the inch-yard line. Dorigo takes it himself, diving forward, touchdown, Irvington. Irvington gets in, and it's 13-6.
The offensive line just hit Hastings low on that play and allowed the quarterback basically to lay on top of the pile and crawl over, put the ball over the goal line for the touchdown. And that puts Irvington up 13-6.
Well, Dorigo now 10 carries for 67. He's hurt the Jackets on rusher for Irvington. As the extra point is blocked, a huge play. Things. And some good news, we see Joe Flaherty slowing on the sideline. And not only huge to get Flaherty in the game, they're a kicker. So if they score a touchdown, they want to tie the ball game, they need Joe Flaherty in the ball game. But nice job by Pez. That's Nicholas Propepi. He's a first-year student at Hastings, first-year player on the Jacket team, and he busted through the line and came up with the block.
Hastings busted through the Irvington big offensive line and blocked the field goal just like Irvington did. They put a lot of pressure on Hastings when they kicked the extra point. Very deep are Blake Considine and Jack Logan to return.
No, that's Tim Bragg. It looks like Considine from back here. That's Timmy Bragg. I was about to say, why would they put their quarterback back to return? But yeah, it's Timmy Bragg.
Jack Logan.
I'm sorry.
Number 5, Tim Bragg.
Tim Bragg, only a sophomore, but he's a very talented returner. Squib kick. And the Jackets start away with it. That's Matt Sivright. Nice job of knocking the ball down. Picks it up and gets the Jackets to the 38, where they'll start.
The purpose of that kick by Irvington is so that Hastings, they hoped, would bobble the football, allowing them to have, the Bulldogs to have more time to get down and make a play, and it worked out perfectly for the kicking team.
Well, let's see if the Jackets can duplicate their own drive. They started off on their own 30-yard line last time.
Now on the 37.
They went 10 plays, 70 yards. Now they need 62 yards. Flags fly.
The Jackets need a big drive. False start on Hastings.
That's not the way to start off the drive, Matt.
Absolutely. So they will repeat first down. Hastings, they need a couple big plays. They have to move the chains, get deep into Irvington territory, and then hopefully score and cash in to get 6 points.
It'll be first down, 15 yards to go. They have Sivright playing tight end now, Matt, in for Flaherty. Flex formation for the Yellow Jackets. Considine takes it himself, picks up 7.
Well, the midline option has worked very well for the Jackets. Irvington seems to be jumping a lot on the fullback, Mike DeVasto, because of his success today. And that allows Considine to pick up some yards.
From the 40.
As a good play like that, Considine gets back the 5 yards from the penalty and 2 more extra yards, allowing 2nd and 8.
Yep, 2nd and 8 from the 40. 50 seconds showing on the unofficial clock. Is that going to be a delay of game penalty?
It looks like it might be against Irvington as they continue to point towards their side.
I don't know what the penalty could be if it's against Irvington. Well, it is a flag against Irvington. Not sure what that one is.
Penalty against Irvington.
I think that... Well, what was that, Matt?
Well, I think that the coach of Irvington was onto the field, and it looked like the side judge was saying something, and then they threw the flag. The only other penalty I could think of might be a taunting by Irvington.
Well, that would be a personal foul, so I don't think it's that. Either way, they'll take 5 yards. 2nd down and 3, now from the 45. Jack Logan got the call. He got crushed in the backfield. They give the 5 right back.
Jack Logan, the ball carrier. Loss on the play. 3rd down.
Well, Irvington has done a great job stopping Jack Logan so far here today. He's got 4 carries for 11 yards. And besides that 20-yard run, everything's been negative.
Well, Irvington has 4 men on the line and 4 linebackers, and by doing that, they're really stopping the run very nicely. Hastings has got to exploit that by throwing the football more.
Big play here, 3rd down and 6.
Flag on the play.
Quarter ends before the play gets off.
3rd quarter.
So the 3rd quarter ends. 2 touchdowns scored in that quarter, a touchdown apiece. It ends 13-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. And once again, this one's going to come down to whoever steps it up in the 4th quarter.
At the First Reformed Church.
Well, this game has been a big defensive battle from both teams. Hopefully Hastings can break that trend right now as they have the football, as they need a big play or 2. Look for them to throw the football to the outside.
Well, Matt,
At the First Reformed Church.
Hastings hasn't exactly held Irvington to held the Irvington offense very well, but they have kept them out of the end zone for the most part, because this game could be a lot worse if you look through the statistics. Dorigo has 67 yards. Pomerantz has 67 yards. Quash has 40 yards. Joupierre has 43 yards. And they also have 65 yards of passing. So that's well over 200 yards of total offense. They've only scored 2 touchdowns. So the Jackets D has picked their stops to come up strong and done a nice job. On the Jacket side of the football, their numbers on offense are much less. Logan has 11 yards, Considine has 43, and DeVasto has 32. So they're under 100 yards of total offense, but they're still in this game. And Matt...
Gain of 9 yards. Second down. First down, Hastings. Logan, the ball carrier, number 13. No gain. Second down.
Let's say you pick it for the house. He's really, really bad. He's just really, really bad. Yeah, he was open.
At the corner.
It's not enough.
There's a nip in the air. This might be a good time to against your Hastings football apparel from the 1st and 10 club.
With 9 minutes, 13 seconds showing on the clock, Irvington will take over from their own 20.
Apparel, but there's still plenty left.
Quatch gets the call. Big hole, pickup of 7.
And Quatch on that play looks like he was favoring his knee. When he gets up, shakes it off, and he'll run out. But Hastings needs a big stop. It's in the 4th quarter, so you need to get the ball back as soon as possible.
A 2nd down and 3 situation. Irvington up to their own 27. This time it's Jupierre dancing his way for the 1st down.
Jupierre today has had no success running it up the middle, but to the outside, yeah, he's gaining some yards as he got the 1st down there because he's so fast when he breaks it to the outside. Hastings can't catch up to him as quickly. When he runs it up the middle, there's the big men that he has to wait for to make a hole, and that allows Hastings to have more time to tackle him.
First down ends 10.
Flaherty is back in the game.
Joe Flaherty, well, he's a captain, and he's sure acting like one, playing through injury. Jupierre on the jet sweep, brought down by Chris Urban.
Nice job by Urban. Urban beat Jupierre to the outside. If he doesn't do that, Jupierre gets to use his brilliant speed and dance down the sidelines. Instead, Urban forces him back to the inside. Jupierre has to cut it back, and he slips on the field. Remember, it was raining a little bit earlier, so the field might be wet, which might have caused Jupierre to slip.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12. Irvington from their own 29. 7:15 remaining in the ball game. Jackets trail by a touchdown.
Oh, come on, boys.
No flags on the play. Quatch to the outside. And Norman Quatch is going to be wrapped up out of bounds after a pickup of 4.
Quatch trying to beat Hastings to the outside on that play, but it worked. It did not work as Hastings got there and stopped him. And now a big 3rd down and 5 yards to go. As if Hastings stops them for no gain, then Irvington will punt the football and Hastings will have one more shot to try and tie this football game up.
3rd down and 7. Big play on this drive. Jupierre gets it, breaks one tackle, slips another, but he's brought down short of the 1st down by Joe Flaherty.
Nice tackle by Joe Flaherty. Jupierre made some very nice moves to get some yards, but by making those moves, he allowed Joe Flaherty to move over quicker, and Flaherty is not going to bite for anything, as now the punt coverage team comes on.
Well, Matt, this is the first time all game the Bulldogs have decided to punt. Flaherty back to receive with Jack Logan, so I guess he's feeling like his old self again. They better watch out for the fake. It's not a fake, though. High kick. Flaherty waves people away, takes a Jacket bounce. Now it's knocked out of bounds, and the Jackets will take over. I'll be right back.
A very nice high kick, but it bounced backwards. Luckily for the Jackets, Joey Flaherty kind of backed up, because he thought the ball might take that type of bounce. Good job, and now we'll see if the Jackets can put together a big drive. They'll start it off on their own 42 with 5:30 left in the 4th quarter. It'll be 1st and 10. On this drive, we should look for Mike DeVasto to run the football, and hopefully their passing game can improve to keep Irvington honest. It'll be 1st and 10. Logan in motion, consign back to pass. has Logan, and he makes the catch. A nice job by Jack Logan to hold on to the football as he gains 6 yards.
Second down.
And it'll be 2nd down and 3 to go. A nice job by Jack Logan after he got hit, picking up 7 yards on the play. Considine threw the ball very quickly, and Logan grabbed the ball away from the Irvington player.
Second down and 3, just short of midfield. Considine has it, nowhere to run.
Well, Considine got held up. It looked like he was trying to hand it off to Mike DeVasto, but DeVasto got smothered before he even got the football, which is why Considine decided to keep it, and then Considine got smothered. Hastings' offensive line didn't block on that play, and that's why Irvington was able to break through.
Well, the midline option, definitely not a finesse play because it's looked ugly all day, but it has worked. That time it looked ugly, it didn't work, but last time it looked ugly, and all of a sudden you saw Blake Considine running out of the pile for 9 yards. 3rd down and 4. Considine's gonna pass. Dumps it off, but it's deflected. Nice job by the defensive end. And it's going to be 4th and 3 with 4 minutes showing on the clock.
Very nice job by Irvington to knock the ball down. They put pressure on Considine. Considine threw the ball low again. But then, of course, the defensive end jumps up, knocks the ball down, forces 4th down. And the question is, will Hastings go for it?
The answer is yes, Matt. 4th down and 3. I think it's a no-brainer. You have to go for it from midfield with only 4 minutes remaining. Remember, they trail by a touchdown.
This is a big play.
Man in motion, Salustri. Considine's gonna pass. Under pressure, dumps it off, deflected, and it's caught. Now he drops the football. But it's recovered. Now he's allowed to catch the football if it was tipped. Let's see what the call is. You know, our player caught the ball and just kind of dropped it. Fortunately, Logan recovered. See how, you know, if the refs will figure this one out. But the rule is you can't, obviously, John Paul Arpaia is not a legal receiver because he's playing offensive tackle. But once the ball is tipped, it can be caught. Let's see what the refs say.
Both teams. Irvington has recovered because Arpaia threw the football down in disgust, thinking that he had caught the ball and he shouldn't have. But now it will be Irvington's ball.
Yeah, well, you always play a play out till the end because you can always decline a penalty. I mean, the man could just picked up the football for Irvington and ran down the field and declined the penalty. But it's an ineligible man downfield, I guess, and Irvington will take over. But a wacky play here at Reynolds Field.
That play was huge. The officials had to hold off both sides as both teams trying to get into the official's face and tell them what the call should have been. And then both teams just stood still, holding their breaths that the call would go for them. But a tough blow for Hastings.
Now, I got excited there because I was ready to see big John Paul Arpaia, 230 pounds, running down the field with the football. But Irvington takes over with 3:54 left on the unofficial clock. It'll be 1st down and 10 from their own 46. All Irvington has to do is run the football, drain out the clock.
Well, now Hastings' defense will be tested. They know the run's gonna come. And we're going to have to see them step up big here if they want to contend in this football game. but remember, they will play each other again in the playoffs next week at Irvington.
Irvington ball.
You know, Matt, I'm still a little bit confused about that play because I don't understand. If they declined the penalty, Hastings recovered the fumble, but Irvington has it anyway. This is Quatch. Dropped at the line, pickup of 2.
Nice tackle from behind. As Hastings right here, a very disappointing play. As Arpaia, if he didn't spike the football, he should have just kept going with it, no matter what the call was. You play till the whistle blows.
Acknowledge and thank
Well, the other thing is, if he had ran it and picked up the first down, Irvington would have accepted the penalty, and Hastings still would have had the ball just on 3rd down. Anyway, it's behind us. 2nd down and 7 from the 48. This is Joupierre bouncing into the outside, but Joe Flaherty steps up and makes the tackle.
And now Hastings takes a timeout, as it'll be 3rd and 8. A very big play. Joe Flaherty stopping the fast Joupierre, who made a move and tried to bounce it to the outside. This will be huge. 3rd down and 8. If Hastings can stop them, Irvington will punt the football away, and Hastings will have one last chance to try and tie up or even win the football game. But Hastings D is being tested well right here. We'll see if they can put a stand and show Irvington up.
It'll be 3rd down and 9. This definitely not 4-down territory, Matt. So if Hastings can hold them, Irvington will punt the ball away, and the Jackets will have a shot with the football.
To take care of our boys. As well as Dave DiMattia.
But if there's a time to step up in this game, it's now. Make the big play. You know, someone make a play. It's that simple.
Hastings has got to make a big play on defense. Their big men up front have got to put pressure on the quarterback, as this might probably be a passing play, excuse me, because it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 yards to go, as Joupierre lost yardage on that last play. If Hastings can stop Irvington here, we said it, Irvington will be forced to punt. That would be huge.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Ball spotted at the Irvington 45, Matt.
This is big.
It's not going to be easy for Irvington either. They have 10 yards to go. Dorigo, nowhere to run. Matt Manchester crushes him into the ground. Hastings will call a timeout to stop the clock, and there's 2:59 showing on the clock. They'll get the ball back with a chance to score.
Big play by Matt Manchester. When they snapped the ball, he took 2 steps back and then charged up the line, stopped the quarterback. Remember, Irvington ran those plays before when the quarterback ran it, and they had a lot of success. So they tried to keep it on the ground and force Hastings to use another timeout.
Not a lot of time left in the game, but still plenty of time to get those hot dogs and cold sodas.
So now we'll see if Hastings can get a big return on the punt, as they need some good field position. This will be a test on Joey Flaherty and Jack Logan.
Well, Jack Logan against Albertus Magnus had over 100 return yards in the entire game. Hastings special teams has done a nice job throughout the year. We'll see if they can come up big here. But, you know, it all comes down to that drive the Jackets had. They got the ball at the 9-yard line and couldn't put it in the end zone. That could come back to haunt them, as they're only trailing by 7. But all you listeners out there, you want a great game to go to. Next Saturday in Irvington will be round 1 of the sectional playoffs. Jackets play the Bulldogs again. And if it's anything like what we've seen today, it'll be a good game.
Absolutely.
So Robert Milano, number 54, to punt the ball away on 4th and 10. High kick. Logan fields it. No fair catch. He's dropped at the 30. So Hastings has their task set. They have to go 70 yards in 2 minutes and 52 seconds. We'll see if they can do it.
Hastings right now is going to have to depend on their quarterback, Blake Considine. They're right now resting on his shoulders and his arm. If he can throw the ball here for success, Hastings can tie it. If he doesn't, or if he throws an interception, it's going to be over.
Well, I think Considine's done a nice job so far. He's 6 of 11. That's over 50% completions for all you non-math whizzes out there, for 67 yards. He does have 3 interceptions, but one of them was on a deflected pass. He's got to come up big here. Considine hits Logan. 4-yard pickup.
Number 13, Jack Logan.
And now the Jackets will use a hurry-up offense as they are going to try and rush the play in as Tim Bragg runs in, tells Consign the play, and checks in for Matt Sivrite. A nice play. They just hit Jack Logan, got a couple yards.
Jack Logan, 3 catches for 42 yards on the day. That's Flaherty split out to the near side. Considine's going to pass. No one's open, so he tucks the ball underneath and runs out of bounds.
Ball carrier number 9, Blake Considine.
Smart play by Blake Considine. He knows he can't throw an interception, so if no one's open, he can't throw the football. So he knows he has to try and get out of bounds, which he did. He ran it to the outside and got out of bounds, stopping the clock.
That was great coverage, Matt, by Irvington defense.
Absolutely, their secondary knows they have to step up now, and they're doing just that. And also, the Irvington defensive line stepping up big, putting pressure on Blake Considine. If they don't put pressure on him, he'll have all day to throw the football, and that's when you see Blake Considine start to light up Irvington.
There's a flag thrown. It might be an illegal substitution. Irvington clapping. No signal yet as to what the call is. Well, I think it's a legal substitution. So it's 3rd down and 12.
And now Hastings' offense is going to be tested. The defense came up big. Let's see if the offense can.
Considine's going to pass. Fires almost intercepted. It looked like they had the hook and ladder set up, but Considine double clutched. It'll be 4th down and long.
4th down.
And right here, this is the game. If Hastings gets a 1st down, they keep moving and keep playing. If they don't, it's all over because the Yellow Jackets only have 1 timeout left.
2 minutes showing on the clock. Matt Sivrite checks into the ball game. Hook and ladder worked last week. They had a 20-yard pickup against Dobbs Ferry. But that's a precision play. Not a lot of room for error. As you saw, Considine double clutched. That ended the play. 4th down and 12. Considine from his own 28, over center. Rolls out to the left side. Avoids one man and heaves the football downfield over Sivrite's head. So Irvington will take over. Wait, there's a flag in the backfield, Matt.
Flag on the play.
That might be a late hit on the quarterback.
I think it could be holding. Irvington is, well, the referee signal holding it against Hastings. Turnover on downs as the penalties decline. So all Irvington has to do is drain out the clock with 1:55 seconds to go.
Irvington.
On that play, Consign avoided the sack, did a nice job of doing that, but then he overthrew the ball just a little bit, and Sivrite was then hit immediately after the ball passed right by him. 1:55 left on the clock, as the crowd has really settled down.
Well, 1st down ends 10. Dorigo. Jackets trying to rip the ball out. He picks up 3 on the carry.
Timeout, Hastings.
now Hastings will use their final timeout. So there's nothing more that they can do but try and get a big stop here, as the clock will be allowed to run on Irvington's next running play.
Yeah, well, Matt, there's a minute 49 showing on the unofficial clock. If that's close to being accurate, Irvington can only drain about 80 seconds off the clock, so the Jackets would have 29 seconds, or approximately 29 seconds left, so they would get the ball back if they can hold the Bulldogs.
The homecoming dance at 7:30. All are welcome.
Well, the defense of the Jackets will be tested once again. They can stop them here. They'll give the offense one last chance, or maybe a big turnover. You never know.
Well, Dorigo snuck through for 5 yards on that last carry. Second down and 5.
Hastings will play Irvington in the first round of the sectionals at Irvington.
You know, Matt, Hastings really impressed me here today. They're coming off a tough loss to their arch rivals, going up against a strong Irvington team, and they really put up a fight.
You're absolutely right. They most certainly did put up a big fight today.
I think this really bodes well for next week, though. You know, Hastings should be confident. They had every opportunity to win this game. It was never out of hand. So Quatch to the left side, bounces it outside. He's got the first down as he's thrown out of bounds.
Stop made by number 88, Matt.
By throwing him out of bounds, that will stop the clock. Hastings thought on that play that they were going to run the football up the middle to avoid going out of bounds. So they bunched up the box, were tight, packed together. Instead, Irvington runs it to the outside, picks up the first down, but they don't stop. But they stop the clock and help Hastings out that way.
The big blow of this game was that 65-yard reception by Joupierre, which got Irvington deep into Hastings territory, and the offense took over and put it in the end zone. 1st and 10. Quatch again. Jackets need to strip the football. Quatch picks up 5. Excuse me, he's dropped the line. The pile went 5 yards. Quatch was stuck in the backfield.
Right now, the Jackets have a lot of positive things that went their way in this game that they have got to be happy about for next week against Irvington again. Maybe they saw some things that they didn't expect from Irvington that they hopefully can stop next week. They stopped Joupierre very nicely, except for that one big pass play, so that has got to vote well with Coach Vaccaro.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Quatch again. Doesn't go very far, but the Jackets are out of timeouts, so the clock continues to run.
If Irvington gets a first down, the game's over. But it will be 3rd down and 9 as the Jacket defense once again doing a nice job stopping Irvington's running game. Jacket defense, it seems, if they know what's coming, can stop it, as they're doing here.
Well, there's 25 seconds to go on the unofficial clock, so unless the referees have a different clock, this should be the last play of the game. Darigo will just down it, and I mean, we can't tell from up here, but I'm sure the play clock and the game clock are almost in sync. Yeah, that does it.
That's the end of the game.
So Hastings comes away with the loss, 13-6, Matt. But they put up a fight.
Hastings.
The Irvington, bottom line, they found their way into the end zone twice. Hastings found their way into the end zone once. Could have gone either way. Don't forget, join us next week in Irvington. For Keith Fagan up high in the sky and Matt Fitzsimmons, I'm Charles Berger. We'll see you next time.